This is coding challenge number 2, and I really hope that you take this one because it contains most of the important JavaScript language basics that we have talked about in this section so far. And this is a challenge that I have for you. So first, start by creating an array with some years where persons were born. So you can just make up 4 or 5 years some random persons were born. Then create an empty array, and in order to do that, you just use the square brackets. Then you use a loop to fill the array with the ages of these persons. And you can do that with a function or without a function, it doesn't really matter. It's as you wish. And then use another loop to log into the console whether each person is of full age, which means 18 or older, as well as their age. And then finally, and this is the biggest one, is create a function which is called print full age, which receives the vector of the years as an argument, so the vector that you created in number 1, and then executes the steps 2, 3, and 4, and then returns a vector of true-false values. And true if the person is of full age, which means older or equal to 18 years, and false if not, so younger than 18 years. And finally, you call this function that you just created in number 5 with 2 different vectors and store the results in 2 variables called full1 and full2. And down here, I have some example input for this function. So imagine you have this array with 1965, 2008, and 1992. And so the output would be true, false, true. And true because the persons were of full age, and false in 2008 because this person would not be of full age as of today. And the hint that I have for you for the loops is that you cannot use a loop only to read from array, but also to set values to arrays, like you can see here in this example. And of course you can also use the specific array methods that we talked about. So push, pop, shift, unshift, and so on. Just use the perfect method for you. So you see that steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 are actually more to prepare you for step number 5. So the real outcome in the end will be this big function which does all this stuff, and that you then can call 2 different inputs to get 2 different outputs. So again, this uses most of the stuff that we've learned. The only thing it doesn't use is the objects, but we'll see enough of objects in the rest of the course, so that's not really a problem. So again, I have the solution for this in the next lecture. So good luck with this challenge, and try not to look at the code that we have written up until this point to make sure that you really make it on your own, okay? So in the next lecture, you have the solution to this challenge. Good luck.